Where'd it go? What's up, Digital Collective 828? Oh my gosh. How y'all been? I could put up over there. It's bright. Mm-hmm. Y'all see my gummy bears? What's up? We missed y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, as you join, are you seeing my? Okay, yeah, there it goes. Welcome. We are back. We have been on vacation for a little bit. If you are, when you join or when you see this, hit that like button, say hello so we know that you are here. Um, we needed to get a little bit of rest, y'all. So we back, but we want to jump into all other things that has been happening since we've been out.
2 weeks.
Listen, it has been some major things happening in the crypto space, and we want to share them with you. Again, as you join, drop a hello in the chat. What's up? Let us know that you're here and with us. And then also make sure you hit that like button. It really does help our channel. You know how YouTube is with that algorithm. So hit the like button. But we want to jump in with what's been going on in the crypto space. So let's jump in with what happened latest, the most recent stuff.
Well, I know the RL USD have now been what is that? On Binance has now listed RL USD. That's something major right there. So
okay, that happened on February. We got a report on February 13th when Binance listed that.
Yeah, so that's for right now. That's a big deal for Ripple because we don't hear too much about RL USD like we hear about XRP, but for them to get listed on Binance, Binance is one of the largest, besides Coinbase, one of the largest exchanges in the world. So that they have a lot of customers that actually buy different cryptocurrencies on Binance. So for RL USD to be listed, that says something big now. To me, things is moving quite fastly. I think that we should be seeing a lot of changes around April, second quarter.
So let's just, since he dropped April, let's talk about April. What's happening? Did y'all hear about Brad Garlinghouse doing an interview
2 days ago?
2 days ago, saying that he expects that the market structure bill or Clarity Act to be signed or to be in place by April?
By the end of April. And I mean, he's saying that it's going to be signed by Trump by April.
So that's quick.
Yeah, that's
well, that's not that much time left between now and then.
Well, we know President Trump actually met with the bankers and senators on, I think, February 17th or something like that. And he told them they need to have a deal by March the 1st. So we know that's
so we get together.
Yeah, shortly. So if that happens, it's going to be moving really quickly. Because institutions right now are waiting for the green light. They can't do anything without this Clarity Act bill passed because they don't know what is a commodity, what is security. So they can't just hold things on their book or balance sheet and not know which is a commodity or security. So they are just waiting on the sideline to jump in.
Okay.
And once they jump in, this is my opinion, it's gonna take off quickly.
So so Brad Garlinghouse saying that. Then also they just had the third meeting at the White House, right? With Trump about this stablecoin rewards, right? People hair's all messed up. People talking about what is this piece of hair? I'm sorry, y'all, but But they just had their third meeting at the White House this past week to talk about the stablecoin wars. And then what we've researched is that the White House, it has been some key authorities or sources at the White House that said that they are have a new stance on the stablecoin wars debate, and that the White House now is pro allowing them to offer stablecoin rewards or in some use cases. So that White House is now again pro, but we've heard pro for in favor of allowing these crypto companies to be able to offer some stablecoin rewards. So these banks, I'm sure they probably ain't happy about that.
Yeah. Well, you know, not Brad Garland. I mean, Brian Armstrong was really upset about the problem that that exchanges. Banks didn't want exchanges to, you know, for their customers to earn yield, because they feel like they'll be taking money out of their pocket. So that was happening on the second go around with when they had their second meeting about the stable coins. So this stuff has been lingering on for a while. So hopefully they can get their act together before March the 1st and get everything in check.
So with that being said, it's like that for them to be able to, for them having 3 whole meetings on this topic, right? That is serious to me, signaling that there is some strong opposition regarding allowing these crypto companies to offer these stablecoin wars. There's been some major pushback on that. So, but it looks like that their opportunity to fight is drawing to a close,
right?
And that we're going to see what the outcome is going to be. So hopefully the outcome, I'm in favor. Me personally, I think it's a great idea, you know, to have these stablecoin, the issuers of stablecoins, are the companies that hold stablecoins, and to be able to offer yields to their consumers. I think it's a great idea. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's a great idea? What are your thoughts? Do you see the points that the banks are making, or do you see the points that the stablecoin companies are making? Which side of the fence do you fall on? And if whatever side you choose, drop it in the chat. Let us know what your thoughts are if you want to share. But for me, I say yes. I think it's a win. I think anytime you put competition in the market with another company, it makes them play fairer. So that's my take on it. What about you? So we go to our next thing.
I think they should. I think the banks have been getting yield from us for a long period of time off our money that we deposit in their checking account, So, and they don't give us, but what, I don't know how much they give us a year. And I mean, you look at your statement, you probably make 1 cent. I don't think that's fair for us. So I welcome competition to bring in.
Wow.
Because if you want my funds in your banking system,
give me some money.
Give me something.
I'm giving you my coins, my dollars.
Yeah, you keep me active with my account. I don't feel like I'm getting nothing out of it. I'm taking my money and put it somewhere else.
Right. So we if we are the lenders, right? Meaning we're lending our assets, our monies to these institutions, and allowing them to hold and use it, then we should get something for lending them that money.
Question at the bottom.
Okay. No, it's not a question. From Lewis Jason 310 comment. Coinbase is allowing loans off of XRP coming soon.
You absolutely right. I just heard about that yesterday. And you'll be able to take out loans based on your XRP, and I think that's great. I really do. And that way that you're not selling your XRP, you can borrow against it. And I know Uphold will be doing it shortly as well, because they mentioned something about this last year, about December. I know Florida started. I don't know if they're taking it per state. I know Florida was the first one to do that or allowed to do that, and I think December 1st. So I'm sure as we move forward, especially with the Clarity Act bill being passed, I know a lot of things is going to start opening up for XRP on these exchanges, because they want y'all business. I don't blame them. they want your business. They want to keep your business. So, like Coinbase, I think Binance or Uphold, Robinhood, Gemini. These companies are gonna start competing with the banks, and they're gonna be competing with each other. And remember now the Ripple still gonna be a bank, y'all. Remember that now.
Yeah, we ain't got that
forget
part.
about
Yeah,
that.
that's one thing that's still unfolding. That we're waiting to completely be to be completed. It's still in process.
Yeah.
But a couple things you said I want to jump on. Number one, you said a couple things. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so one thing you said about Robinhood. This is off topic a little bit, but I want to just share this nugget with you guys because y'all my family. I want to share this with you. So, have you noticed? Like I noticed, I have not traded or bought crypto on Robinhood previously until recently. And when I bought crypto on Robinhood, I noticed because I bought it on Uphold before the platform. And what's up, Derek Walker? We miss you too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we miss you. Thank you so much for joining. We see you. But what I was saying is that what I noticed is when I bought some crypto on Uphold, and maybe you guys can help me. Uphold buys it at the market price. At the market price on your phone buys at the market price. But when you're able to buy it on Robinhood, you know you're able to do a limit order. If you don't know what a limit order is, let me know. But anyway, I said I like limit orders better than market because you never know what you're going to pay in market. So I didn't see a way in Uphold to change that. So just to let you know, if you're using Uphold and you are noticing that you're not having a chance to like change your pricing that you want to purchase the crypto for, then I noticed that I was able to do that in Robinhood. But I wanted to share that with you guys, the little tip that I learned. If you know something different, let me know in the chat. But let's get back to what you were saying about Coinbase allowing loans off XRP coming soon.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Amazing. That's just another way for them to compete in the traditional financial space.
Smart move.
Just another way for them to compete with the banks in the traditional financial space. And then I want to know, I wonder how they're going to compete with that. Are the terms going to be better? The interest rate's going to be better? I just want to see how they're going to compete. And it's always better, you guys, to always have competition in the space. If there's a monopoly in one space, then the person that is the Goliath, the behemoth company, they get to set the terms and everybody just complies because there's no competition. So that's why I feel like being able to offer these things who is this? Lewis Jason 310 said loans and then stablecoin rewards, all these things create competition, which is better to me for the consumer.
And I think Coinbase came out with that, I think a day ago, because of the problem that he ran in with stablecoins. So that was a smart move for Brian Armstrong, I think. Because nobody had brought that up about that. So I don't know when it's gonna start, but I'm gonna keep my ears and eyes open about that because I think that's a smart move. And plus, I think most when Coinbase started doing it, you already know Overhold, Gemini. I don't know about Robinhood, but Kraken. These places are gonna start doing the exact same thing because they want business. They want people to come to the exchanges, spend your money on the exchanges, and I know USDC that Uphold does. You get yield from if you put money in USDC, you get a percentage of back each week. Staking. Uphold has a lot of coins that you can stake on Uphold.
Right.
So, and you get it every weekly.
Right. All right, guys. Listen, so let's just keep going because we got so many things we want to drop a little bit on each one of these topics we want to share with you. Because like I said, we've been on vacation for a little bit. Just doing living a little bit. Resting. But we couldn't wait to get back with you. But so we've been researching all this stuff to share with you. So one thing I want to share with you is that on Valentine's Day, April 14th. And we're going back a little bit. Like I said, we've been on vacation, so we want to make sure that you guys got this information. That the Ripple director publicly confirmed that MasterCard, BlackRock, and Franklin Templeton, three of the world's most powerful financial institutions, have been showing active interest in building on the XRP ledger. So that's been widely shared on social media and crypto news platforms. So that is something. BlackRock, we know they're the largest asset management company, managing over 10 trillion in investments. 10 trillion in investments, and so their interest in any crypto asset to me is considered a major signal of institutional legitimacy. So that is a big thing for them to be considered. And then Franklin Templeton also. What's up, Tawana Love 71? Thank you for joining. Um, this is our Patreon fam. So thank you for joining one of our Patreon family members. We welcome you. So glad you're able to jump on tonight. So MasterCard, that's something that their interest in XRPL suggests the potential use of the ledger for payment infrastructure. So, but we all know the utility of XRP, right? And the XRPL ledger. We already know what it's built for. We already know its use case. We already know its utility. So these companies are getting on board with most XRP holders already know, right?
Well, I think that if you look at all the things my wife and I was speaking about earlier, things are moving so quickly that you're going to miss a lot of things if you're not paying attention to it. Just like, with XRP, Brad Garlinghouse being on the, I think it was the CFTC advisory board now. I think he got a petition to be on the CFTC advisory board. That's a big thing. Now he's gonna be at the table where they make the decision about who's going to be the commodity and who's going to be security. So that's to tell you now how fast this thing is really moving. And look, this is the second month.
Wow.
Second month of the year. So we got you got a whole month of March, right? And that's the first quarter gone right there.
Wow. Lewis Jason 310 said Brad will be writing policy.
Yes. And Lewis, you are absolutely right.
He putting himself in position to.
Yeah. You got that right.
Putting himself in position to. Putting himself in position to, for real. We have said before in a lot of our videos, I say all of them because we don't always talk about XRP, but a lot of our videos we've already said that the company Ripple, the authorities, the CEOs, executives in that company have been very strategic in how they are acquiring companies, how they are doing partnerships, how they are seeking after legislation to reduce risk and establish their legitimacy in the space. And they're doing it in a way where they are infiltrating all these different areas of the traditional finance system so that almost whatever you want to do, XRP can be a part of, or XRPL can be a support. And sometimes you'll be even like what you're doing, or a transaction you're making, even if you're not using XRP or if you're not using any crypto, it still could be ran on the XRPL ledger.
It's a lot of things. If I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but March the 31st, the SBI in Japan will start be using the XRPL ledger.
Yeah, that's part of our new stuff. Tell you jumping around on our things, but it's okay. He's so excited, y'all. We got all these things to talk about. But yes, that's one of the things we wanted to highlight about SBI in Japan and what they're doing on the XRPL ledger.
Yeah, Brad says all.
I know Lewis Jason 310 is saying Brad is all up in the White House these days.
He is. He's definitely making a mark right now. I know he's enjoying this ride because of, for him being under what is that? A lawsuit for like 4 years. And he couldn't really, his hands was kind of tied with the administration at the time when they did not want crypto. They made it known. They now like cryptocurrency, but on their term they like cryptocurrency. So he's loving the fact that President Trump is a crypto president, and he just taking advantage of it. I don't blame him. he's really making a mark in cryptocurrency. That's what
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about a little bit about this price stuff going, y'all, about the price in the cryptocurrency space overall. So we have seen a dramatic decline in cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is right now.
So we've seen
It's
that,
low.
we've seen the price drop. So for us, now this is us not giving any financial advice. We're not saying what to do or anything like that, but this is our perspective. So we always say, do your own research, right? um, if you are a participator in the market, if you are a trader in the market, then you know that there are downturns, right? And then downturns are seen as um, sales, opportunity to buy at a discount, right?
Right.
So just like you go to any other market, and the stock market is the same as any other market, is a market where you negotiate price.
Mm-hmm.
So even in the crypto space. So when the market has dropped this decline, there are so many different things that they're saying that it could be attributed to. It could be a policy, tariffs, all these things that they say, like the CPI the CPI report, consumer price index report, all these different things that they say that attribute to the decline of the price. But it comes down to speculation overall, whether you think something is going to drop out or whether you think something's going to rise. So for us, when something good that has a good foundation, a good utility, that's a good asset that drops in price, then I want to buy more of the asset. That's me. I'm saying this is me. It's me not telling you what to do. But I want to buy more. Just like if you think of your favorite product, your favorite all-time product. Like if it went on sale and they slashed it, it's your favorite all-time product, whether it's electronic, whether it's whatever it is, it's a TV, whatever it could be. Like I said, electronics, whatever it could be, shoes, apparel, whatever it is. For the women, what it could be, purses or whatever. I don't know, But if your favorite all-time product goes on sale at 75% off,
it's a bargain.
Right. Do you consider that like, oh my God, I should never buy that product again? Or do you say, yes, I want to buy more?
It's a bargain.
Right.
Everybody know that, a lot of people like into TVs, whether it be 60 inch, 70 inch. And they say, oh, right now it's at $9.99. And you slice that thing, like you said, 70%, you talking about $230. People gonna jump on that. They're gonna jump on that quick, That's a great analogy how you just said it. I like that.
Yeah.
Because I know that, with XRP dropping like it is, it's definitely
it's on sale to me.
Yeah, it's a bargain.
That's sale to me.
And I'm not, like my wife said, we're not telling you to go buy anything.
We are not.
But we're just giving you some analogy that some things make sense.
To give you a perspective on it, too. So, and I said this before, so we're gonna move to our next topic about our next topic we want to share with you guys tonight. But if you were in the market during COVID, you noticed that most everything pretty much dropped. A lot of stocks dropped. It had nothing to do with the value they bring to their sectors, right? It had nothing to do with that. It had something to do with the environment. Like the environment, COVID was happening. People were fearful, the environment that we were in. Right. And so the use case did not go away with the environment. However, people got settled and got like, okay, we're no longer afraid. We want to get into the market. Those stock rose that dropped, right? And people made millions of dollars from prices falling near rock bottom during COVID, right, to them going back up. Right. So you should do your own research when it comes to doing any type of trading, and consult a financial advisor if need be. I just want to give you a perspective, because people like to get on here and talk about the price. This is get you so fearful and scared about the price going down, and get you so fearful and scared about, well, how is XRP ever going to reach $100? Or how is XRP ever going to reach $100? Or how is H bar going to reach this amount? Or how is XLM going to reach whatever crypto token that you're holding? How is it going to reach this? If the prices are falling, because that's just normal how the stock market works.
Excuse me. You also got to remember this: there's no regulation for these coins yet. So until we get regulations, it's gonna keep doing that until things are in place. Once things get in place, you're gonna see a different environment in these ISO 20022 tokens.
And when you say different, we're not predicting anything.
No.
So it's not a prediction, but we're telling you circumstances change. Circumstances change, and the circumstances, which you call the fundamental and technical analysis, when you look at those things in those two areas, when circumstances change, it impacts the market.
And
Okay.
It's more like utility is on the move.
I see. Lee the Millionaire.
Yeah. Have you looked into the Canton Network and the Canton Coin? Lee, I heard of it, but I don't know too much about it. But I definitely, I'm glad you gave me that information. I'm gonna start doing some research tonight on the Canton Network and the Canton Coin. I appreciate that. I heard of it. I didn't know what it was, but I did hear about it. But I appreciate you dropping that nugget.
And if anybody's on here that watches this or has any experience with the Canton Coin, or even if you do Lee the Millionaire, let us know what you know about the Canton Coin. We will look into that coin to see what it's about, what utility it offers. Are you interested, Lee the Millionaire, in Canton Coin? What have you heard about it?
Do you have the Canton Coin?
Yeah. And if you don't want to answer, if you have it, just tell us what you know about it. What makes it interesting? So, did y'all hear about this? This was on February 14th as well, about when Elon Musk had your head is like itching when I say something about Elon Musk.
No.
All right, so it should. But Elon Musk, he said, what did he say? That that the X platform plans to launch crypto and stock trading directly within the app's timeline, reportedly within a couple of weeks. So there's a lot of
February 14th.
Yeah.
So that means at the end of February going to March.
So we don't know, but I'm just saying, did y'all hear about that? He said a couple of weeks. Who knows what a couple of weeks really means? That's subjective.
Hey, I heard of it.
Okay, so
I'm very interested to see how things gonna turn, because he been saying that he gonna start having the payments on X, and for a long time. And
stock trading directly on X.
Yeah, they've been trying to figure out, hey, are you gonna use XRP? And he never answered that question.
So
he never answered the question.
And that's basically like a timeline trading. So who would have thought of the ability to buy and sell financial assets directly within your social media feed without even leaving the app?
I'm telling y'all,
would y'all trust that?
Things are changing, man.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Lee the Millionaire said the Canton Network will tokenize the U.S. securities. It will process quadrillions of dollars. Okay. Tokenize U.S. securities. Okay.
I'm definitely going to jump in and let that.
Yeah, we definitely got to look that up now.
You're talking about quadrillions of dollars?
Because if you guys heard, we done talked about tokenization several times on this platform. So whether you agree with it or not, it's here. So whether you agree with it or not, it's here. Like some people say,
just learn up on it and understand what tokenization is.
Yes.
So you can have a step ahead of anything.
Right. So tokenization, again, is just the ability to take something physical and make it digital. Take a physical contract and make it digital. So that's the simplest way to explain tokenization. We do explain it a little bit more in depth. Check out our other videos on our page. We go into in-depth descriptions of this in a way that anybody can understand. And we also tell you some examples of tokenization. That is something to definitely research about what Lee the Millionaire posted about tokenizing the U.S. securities.
I'm gonna say this too. They say by 2030 it's gonna be I think over $870 trillion of tokenization. This is globally. So you can only imagine, we're down 4 years now, y'all. So you can only imagine how tokenization is going to rise up. Okay, Canton Network, Lee the Millionaire says Canton Network is chosen by the DTCC. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know. And that's why you brought up the quadrillion of dollars, because the DTCC will be doing, I think they over $1 quadrillion. They're probably like 2 or 3 quadrillion dollars that's going to be tokenized through the DTC. and they're the one who said they can do 100 million tokenization without even asking anybody. So that's going to be very interesting, and they're going to definitely use DTCC. We already know they're going to definitely use XRP for tokenization. So I'm telling y'all, family, it's here. It is here. So things is quietly moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get on board if you want to know about what's to come and who doing anything, because technology is definitely on the rise. Canton Network, Lee the Millionaire said Canton Network is very advanced technology. Wow.
Yeah, I want to really look into that one.
Thank you, Lee Millionaire.
Yeah, we thank you for sharing that.
That's some good. That's a good nugget right there.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. We appreciate it. And for everybody, that's something to write down. Take a note and write down and do your research when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's our next topic, Sean. Let's see, and Sean, if I leave out something, jump in and tell me what I'm missing.
Well, you have so much.
So much. I'm trying to cover so much, y'all.
How much
time we got? So we talked about SBI. We talked about that, right?
No, I just mentioned it, but you didn't go in depth in it. Usually, I got on top of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and talk about that?
Well, Japan is definitely going to be using XRP. We all know that they've been holding XRP for a long time. They're getting ready to say, I think it's March the 31st, maybe April the 1st or 2nd. We'll be using the XRPL for their transactions for their banks. And you got to remember, Japan is a big country, and we know when they start using XRP, we know at every time they use it, there's a percentage of XRP being burnt. So I know Japan probably be the first country that use that. However, when things are moving forward, you're gonna start seeing other countries start stepping in. Like we're gonna have Russia, we're gonna have the EU, the UK, India, China. Once these countries start coming in and start buying up the XRP, and you got to remember now, there's not a lot left. From my understanding, there's only 1.7 billion XRP on all the exchanges put together, and that's was told to me about 2 weeks ago. So that these companies are still buying XRP because they got their XRP ETFs. So you got to remember that too. So these things are progressing really fast. So you don't want to miss. I say by March, man, we're gonna start seeing some things move.
All right.
They really are. That's my opinion. My opinion. I'm not saying it is.
So let's go. Kick Rocks. All right, Kick Rocks said Bank R coin just got listed on Uphold today. The ticker symbol is BNKR. Okay, so what you know about Kick Rocks? Tell us what you know about Bank's R coin, that BNKR. What's this utility? What does it do? What makes this coin special? So tell us about what you know about Bank, this ticker symbol or this token. But thank you for sharing that information. We appreciate it. We're always interested about learning new tokens. So my next thing I want to tell you guys about, did you hear? I heard it through the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine that Grayscale files an S1 for an AAVE ETF. AAVE is a utility token of the Aave. Do you say Aave? Is that how you say Aave decentralized finance platform? So Aave is a crypto token that gives holders the ability to vote over the protocol, and then the ability to stake and to stake their tokens for rewards, and also the Aave protocol allows users to lend crypto and earn interest, borrow crypto by depositing collateral, and access liquidity without traditional banks. So that is a little bit of background about the Aave token, and I think it runs on like the Ethereum blockchains and others. So, but Grayscale files an S1 to create for an AAVE. Am I saying that right? AAVE or Aave ETF. So did y'all hear that? That Grayscale is doing that? So there are a lot of companies filing for these crypto ETFs. And then this one, like you see what I just said about AAVE, that it has utility, that it offers something, that it has it's not just out there and you have no understanding of what it does or what its purpose is. So it has a purpose. So it looks like these ETFs, except for the ETFs on Bitcoin. That's just an exception to the rule to me. To the exception to the rule to me. But and nothing against people who love Bitcoin. Look, I ain't trying to get in the fight with people who love Bitcoin. All I'm just saying is that Bitcoin does not have a use case outside of people just liking it. Exactly. So, but the other ETFs that we're seeing, a lot of them are coming from crypto that have use cases for them.
I want to say, I know you said Kick Rocks. The Bitcoin just got listed on Uphold today, and it's funny you said that because I got a alert to my phone and saying I didn't get a chance to read it, but I'm glad you mentioned that. And that now I'm gonna go back and look and read up on that Bitcoin and see how it is, because if Uphold they only list things that I see is valuable, because they don't list all the coins, and I'm me personally surprised that they don't have H bar.
They don't?
Nope. It's not. It's not on their platform. That's very interesting. So I mean,
maybe H bar is H bar on Robinhood.
No, H bar is on Coinbase. Though. I know that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go with our next couple of topics. Oh, hey, what's up, Kimberly Blade? There's another Patreon family member. Listen, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for welcoming us back. And good evening to you. And no problem. We're so glad that you took the time. We don't take you guys' time for granted. Like we got on here, we want to share some good stuff with you guys and respect your time. That's why we want to just keep flowing with the information.
Oh yeah, and I want to say this too. Another Patreon is Alex. He did let me know he won't be able to join.
Look at that. But just letting us know in advance.
He should support us a great deal. So thank you, Alex, for letting us know. So.
Awesome. Like we love our Patreon family. And we love our YouTube family as well. So just but our Patreon. We love everybody. You said we love everybody. Okay. Yeah, we do. We love everybody. So thank you guys for joining us on a Friday night. So let's talk about we talked about the market structure bill about April. We talked about let's see, I'm trying to think if it's in this. All right, talk about the third cryptocurrency meeting that the White House had just the other day. Oh, and Brad Garlinghouse being on Fox News, I believe he talked about that, the 90% probability the digital asset market clarity bill will pass by the end of April. Talked about his comment. What else? SEC updates. I'm trying to think. Is there? Okay, so a company called, here's another topic. A company called Soil launches their first real-world asset yield protocol on the XPR ledger. So what that is, a company called Soil launched what it describes as the first compliant real-world asset-backed yield protocol on the ledger designed specifically for RLUSD. And so the launch created vaults where RLUSD holders can deposit funds to earn fixed returns backed by private credit, U.S. Treasury bills, and other institutional grade instruments. So the first million in capacity sold out in under 72 hours, y'all.
Ooh.
In under 72 hours.
3 days.
Listen, oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Did y'all hear about that?
Yeah, what's that?
I am Toya. I am Toy B. Am I saying that right? Okay, what's up? We see you. I am Toy B. Um, we thank you for joining us. We appreciate. What up, fam? Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you for dropping that.
Thank you for engaging in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't already hit that like button, that helps our channel, y'all. We want this channel to get out to other people so that other people can find a place where they can get some clarity in the space without a whole bunch of hype and influence.
Now I know you've been talking about that. I don't want to switch subjects, but I want to throw this out. I see a lot of things that's going on with Flare and XRP.
Okay.
There's been a lot of back and forth what Flare is about to do with XRP. So yeah, if you don't know, I would definitely, that's something you might want to research on Flare and XRP. Them joining together and working as both of them as a way of joining business together. So that's going to be, I really think that that's going to be big. I really do, because the CEO of Flare said they want to hold at least 5 billion XRP by mid-year, and that's June.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, y'all, Lord have mercy.
If you haven't, check out our video. We're rearranging the channel a little bit. We're trying to organize these videos for you guys to put them in categories for you to find them easier in our channel. So bear with us as we rearrange the videos. But we did a video. I think we did at least 2 videos on Flare. Mm-hmm. But one where we gave you at least nine ways or something. 9 ways to earn income with Flare. So check that out. In that video, we didn't talk about nothing but those 9 ways, explain them to you so that you can research them. So check that out if you haven't. And I'll probably link that video in the description to make this easier for you guys to find.
Kick Rocks.
What is it? Okay, Kick Rocks says it's a utility-focused AI agent. It's a utility-focused AI agent token that powers real functions across the bank or system.
Oh, thank you.
So that's what he gave. So the bank, talking about that bank, the bank or coin that got listed. It's a utility focused AI agent token. Wow. So that has been generating a lot of noise. These AI agent tokens, a lot of noise. We didn't put that in our report tonight, but we need to do a video on that because I have seen a lot of headlines coming out about these AI focused tokens. Mm-hmm. So we need to do a video on that. I think that we need to tell the people. We need to get the people the information on that.
That's thank you, sir. Kick Rocks.
Thank you for that. We appreciate you, Kick Rocks, for dropping that information.
That is good.
We're all about clarity and getting a good understanding. So we appreciate you dropping those nuggets for us. And for the community in the chat.
AI agent. We already know that's going to be.
That's something. Because AI that's another place. Just like Ripple is infiltrating all the places, so is AI, y'all.
Yeah, but AI is, I ain't going to say they taking over, but.
It ain't taking over. It's just like it's established its presence.
They're doing a lot of weaving and beaving things out, though.
So we talked about price. We talked about how XRP has been down and how all the crypto tokens have been down over time. If you have anything like any other topic that you've heard of that you want to talk about, if we know it, we'll share it. If we don't, we'll tell you that too. But we'll look it up. So with that being said, I want to tell you about this. I think I talked about this once before. About where's it at? My little paper. I got this stuff upside down. So the fear. Have you guys heard of the crypto fear and greed index? It talks about people's fear in the market, and it kind of tries to measure the volatility in the market. So it says that the fear and greed. Our research shows the fear and greed index. Was described as sheer panic. They described it as sheer panic in the market. Oh my goodness.
Sheer panic.
Yeah, people were like panicking. So that can explain the price drop, right, guys? That people are panicking and selling, I'm
going to say this, and I don't know for sure, but I do believe that price is going to drop even lower.
So my husband thinks that price is going to drop lower, y'all. That's what he thinks.
I think it's going to go down to under $1.
You think it's going to go to under?
Yeah.
People ain't going to like you. Some people ain't going to like you for saying that.
I'm just saying. I'm just preparing you. I could be wrong. I'm not. I don't know everything.
We don't control the market, so of course we can't say.
It's so much going on. You know, we talking about, you know, going to war with Iran in 10 days. So that's going to put us at March. You know,
right.
We don't know for sure. But, Kim said lower than $1. I think somebody agrees.
No, I think she's questioning that. She's asking a question. Do you think it's lower than $1?
I think so. I think, Kimberly, I really do believe that, because if we go into this war with Iran, you know, war hits the market differently. You know, it kind of hits in a way, it brings everything down. The market don't like
instability.
And that's it. They don't like that, either the stock market or the cryptocurrency. And we know for a fact right now everything thrives on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin drops, guess what? The rest of the market will drop.
Yeah. And people,
so that's why I'm looking at that. I'm looking at Bitcoin dropping when the market hit, and then the rest of the coins, because everything follows Bitcoin.
And some analysts have even said they think Bitcoin hasn't reached its lowest low yet.
No.
For this year, like for this year, not next year, like in its span of its life cycle span, but this year. So yeah, we'll see what it's going to do. But again, like I said, you just gotta what they call it in the crypto space, know what you hold. They say
that's right.
Know what you hold. You know,
Kim said, "No problem. I'm still gonna hold until it
goes to the moon." I know that's right.
Hey, I'm doing the same thing.
Listen, I know that's right.
I hope it do get on $100.
Listen, if it get to under $1,
oh my God.
Listen, hopefully we can just buy out the rest of XRP off the exchanges, and there'll be no more.
Boy, I'm telling you.
Listen,
so $1, boy.
I'm telling you, right?
How they say, I'm gonna back the truck up.
Listen, back the truck up and load up, brother. Load up, sister. Okay, and again, y'all, this is us. We're not telling you what to do. We always say that: do your own research or know your own risk tolerance. All right, so okay, we gonna see. So my husband gave his little analysis. But I was doing some research because last year on Jake Claver, right? That he posted he thought XRP was gonna get to $100 or whatever by the end of the year. Yeah. So he doubled down, on that. So not Jake.
I'm gonna say this.
Well, hold on. Let me say this, Sean. And I'm gonna let you have free reign on that. So basically he acknowledged that. Of course, he had to acknowledge that it didn't come to pass. But what he said was some of the events that he was basing his prediction on had not occurred. Yeah. So he still believes that it's going to happen, but there are some geopolitical triggers that have not occurred. Some that have not occurred that will move the market. So he noted that like some of the things you were talking about could potentially move it too, like could still move it, like the U.S. and Venezuela, the tension between U.S. and Venezuela, and then the tension between Iran and Israel, the conflict. So he's saying that these events could cause broader economic disruptions that might accelerate crypto adoption. So he is still, I guess, on board with his previous comment was just that the events that was supposed to accelerate that have not occurred, have not taken place fully.
Now, he was right about, I think, almost 7 out of 8 things that he predicted. So he wasn't wrong. What happened was, I think he was basing his prediction on the Clarity Act being signed into law.
Oh, yeah. That's a big driver.
And he knew
a big trigger.
If that would have done it, then we'd have hit the numbers he was talking about. And that one was pushed on, and it's still like now, it's still being pushed on. It had been now we're talking about almost It went from September, the end of September, then October, then it went up from October to November, and now we know that y'all remember too this now that the government shut down for 43 days.
Oh yeah.
So that really affected
the progression of things.
The Clarity Act being passed.
Mm-hmm.
I think if the government would not have shut down, I think everything Jake
would
said.
already passed. No, well, it wouldn't have happened by December 31st because the shutdown happened this year.
That was a partial shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about last year when they were shut down. Nobody got paid.
That's
what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
The 43 days they was shut down.
Okay.
If that did not happen, I do believe everything he said would have fell right in place because that was the last straw for the market needed to move forward, but institutions can come in. Now we're pushing it. Now we say, Brad Garhouse said he says 90% is going to be done by the end of April, and that's quarter 2.
Right. So I just wanted to jump in onto that a little bit to talk about that, what he had said about the comment, his price prediction. Since we were talking about price, I want to jump on that. But he also mentioned that you should don't, I guess, not so much focusing on price, but also just focusing on wealth and what's your strategy for wealth. And he was one of the things I researched about him talking about or saying was that, which we have said in a different way in this video tonight, that the wealthy don't sell. The wealthy usually don't sell their assets; they borrow against them. So, how we were talking about the fear and greed market, people are selling because they're scared. This is something that we mentioned, but this is also something that a topic that Jake Klaver has mentioned as well.
Right.
And he also talked about Wyoming LLCs, and this is on the lines of wealth strategy, having Wyoming LLCs, dynasty trust, and generation skipping trust structure for protecting your crypto assets across generations. So look into those types of things. Wyoming is considered one of the most crypto and business friendly U.S. states. Look into it to see if it works for you. We're not advising it. We're just telling you what has been known for. So a dynasty trust is the type of irrevocable trust designed to hold assets for multiple generations, minimizing estate taxes. So you need to get a lawyer to look into that kind of stuff for you. But we're just giving you some information to start your journey into looking into this stuff. So a generation skipping trust is a trust that passes directly to grandchildren or later generations. So bypassing one level of estate taxes. So these are some things to look into to protect your wealth. As you're building in the space, whatever you're doing to build, just look into how you're going to protect that over time. So we appreciate. I think that's pretty much all. There's a couple more things, but I don't want to labor you tonight. It's Friday night. I know y'all got other things y'all probably want to do. So we want to jump on because we missed you guys. We missed talking to you.
We hate that we couldn't get to the to YouTube where we was at. There was no Wi-Fi.
Listen, we was on a cruise, y'all, and so
You ever been on a boat? You don't get no.
Yeah, you can't.
You
can't get Wi-Fi predictably like that. Even though they offer Wi-Fi, you can't get it like that. And so we didn't want to give you no choppy, messed up video, and so we just had to do it when we got back. So
we're back. So
yes,
we're gonna be putting out these videos like we were previously. So,
yes,
and getting back to our live we've been doing. So we wanted to come on live tonight and talk
just to connect with you and feel your energy, because we appreciate you guys. We love sharing with you guys. You guys rock, and you are
learning from you all as well.
We do. We appreciate. We love learning from you guys.
You brought a lot of information from it. Give me some time to research tonight.
Yes, we got our homework to do. We got to do our own research. So we appreciate you guys. And if you haven't, please join our Patreon. I know we have said it before, but we really do. We put out an insight report every Friday for the Patreon family that covers key events, key news, and also key events in the crypto space to see if you can add them to your calendar. So we put those things out every Friday. We put out our videos ahead of time that we post so they have first access to those. in the Patreon. And then also we have private chat with them also in the Patreon community. And also we also have a weekly newsletter we do every Wednesday. We do a weekly newsletter that you're able to take advantage of. You're able to sign up for that without even being a Patreon member. So if you're interested in getting the free weekly newsletter, please sign up for that. We give you 3 points, quick, fast, in a hurry, for you to look at for the week, and to keep you on your P's and Q's in the crypto space. So there's also a way to stay connected with us. So we appreciate you guys. You just don't know. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody. Please like, share, and comment. And we hope that you found this video valuable. If you watched to the end on the replay, put an X in the chat. Thank you so much. Peace until our next video. You got anything, Sean, before we head up?
Peace.
All right. Much love, you guys. Much love.